As I was preparing for this speech, I had a quick glance through our prospectus. The strapline caught my eye and it distracted me for a second because it aptly describes how I want your sixth form experience to be. The prospectus says, be who you want to be. Sixth form is an ideal opportunity to reinvent yourself, develop the learning habits that weren't as successful in year 11, or to perfect the ones that were effective. And it's an ideal opportunity to set the foundation for your future by getting involved in leadership opportunities, work experience, and achieving the grades that will hold you in good stead for your future. As a child, I was told I was clever. I thought that I found learning easy and I was smart. But all of this changed for me when, as a teacher, a student bought me a copy of Matthew Said's book, Bounce. That book is one of the reasons I'm sitting here today, as after reading it, I realised that with genuine hard work and dedication, we all really can be who we want to be. It is a part of the foundation of my philosophy and education and how I want the school and sixth form experience to be for each young person who crosses our threshold. The book is centred around a fixed and a growth mindset. In a fixed mindset, you believe that your qualities are carved in stone. You are born with a certain amount of ability, and that's that. With a growth mindset, you believe that your ability can be developed and cultivated through effort, application, experience, and practice. With a growth mindset, we see challenging opportunities as an opportunity to learn. I didn't realise until I read the book that as a child I had a fixed mindset. I believed, as I was told, that I was clever. With a fixed mindset, some people are better than you, others are not as good. Now, if we only have a fixed amount of ability, it becomes a priority to demonstrate that to preserve our self-esteem and status so we look smart at all times. This can lead to us avoiding situations where our intelligence is challenged. I've seen this in classrooms over the years many times, with so-called intelligent students cheating or students who become the class clown to avoid working. What I didn't realise until I read that book was that due to my fixed mindset, as a child, I too had been the student who avoided a challenge in an attempt to look smart. I had just achieved 4 A's at AS level and I was in the first module of my A-level exams. I had started to find chemistry difficult, and I realised now that instead of not appearing clever, I told my teacher that I wanted to drop the subject. I looked for an easy way out. I sat down for the modular exam, opened the paper, and truth be told, I hadn't revised hard enough for the exam. So I wrote my name on the paper, and for the first time in my life, I wrote nothing else. The result came back as a U. I achieved 0%. I had previously achieved all A's and A stars at GCSE and 4 A's at A level. The teachers and my peers thought it was an absolutely colossal mistake, and they demanded I get a remark, and the exam board must have made an error. 0%, they kept saying, it's impossible. But of course I knew it wasn't. I hadn't written a single thing. It was the easiest incentive for me to say to my teachers, oh, I'll just drop the subject, don't worry about the fuss. Things worked out fine and I got my 3 A levels, but I regretted giving up. And I never realised until I read that book about a fixed and growth mindset that what I did when I was roughly your age was shy away from a challenge. In fact, I avoided it at all costs so that I still appeared clever. Rather than dealing with the fact that I was finding chemistry hard, I shied away. And I must say, when the realisation came to me, I was really embarrassed by the way that I behaved. Reading the book, I realised I wasn't clever. I just did a lot of practising. Right from an early age, my nan used to make me do spellings and maths when she looked after me when my parents were at work. My family helped me to develop great learning habits, and my teachers the same. One, for example, was that I would complete my homework immediately after school, and this habit has stayed with me for the rest of my life. I get tasks done very quickly. It's a habit for me now. Said's book, as well as others on the subject, inform me that learning is just a simple science. Neurons are brain cells, and synapses are the connections between these neurons. When learning takes place, a new synapse is formed. At first, the connection is fragile and tentative, but every time it's used again and again, it strengthens. Eventually, well-trodden pathways between the neurons become networks which can be travelled rapidly, instinctively and unconsciously. This is why I drive my car without really thinking about it, but I need to look up the year of Shakespeare's birth every time I want to know it, 1564. In order to learn something, the neural synaptic connection must develop in strength and efficiency, and this simply comes with practice. Now, how motivating and inspiring is it to know that if we just simply practice and practice, we will become clever. And it is never too late to develop this. For some people, the formation of these pathways may not be developed and you will need to practice more. For others, the pathways may already be quite well developed and you won't need to practice as much. But put simply, the formation of the neural networks in our brains means we just simply need to repeat and repeat, revise and revise until the learning becomes permanent. Now, in the past, you may have failed at something before and think that you're not very good at it. But cognitive science tells us this is not true and that with practice you can become good. So why have I told you this personal story, an embarrassing one at that? Well, you have the power to shape your own future. It is all within your control. You are old enough now to understand your emotions and consider the reasons why you are doing things. Do you shy away from a challenge? Are you preserving your self-esteem to appear clever? Are you the class clown to avoid working? Or do you have a growth mindset and see failure as an inevitable part of your future success? Here at East Barnet School, we are deeply ambitious for our students. And as a result, our outcomes are exceptional. Our sixth form is consistently ranked as one of the highest performing state school sixth forms in the country. And last year we were ranked as the best in Barnet for all colleges and schools. Every year we send students off to Oxbridge, Russell Group universities and specialist institutions like Central St Martin's. We know how to help you be successful. We can provide the framework for your success, but will you take the opportunity? Will you buy into our mottos of I want to learn and do the right thing? Our sixth form will provide you with a wealth of opportunities to develop your learning, but also establish your own sense of equality and justice. Be it becoming a house ambassador, becoming part of the Wellbeing Warriors team, or maybe even affecting positive change by becoming part of the sixth form leadership team or leading the school as head boy or head girl. The school has so much to offer you, and your experience will be enhanced by you having an open and growth mindset. Our sixth form is fun. We want you to be happy and we want you to be successful. But we will always push you outside of your comfort zone. We will challenge you because we know it is good for you. Is this a challenge you are ready for? If so, please come and join us. Come and be the best that you can be. And finally, as the perspective tells us, if you come to East Barnet School during your time at sixth form, we will make a commitment to you to help you become someone your future self will be proud of. Because with hard work, resilience, and a sprinkling of kindness, you really can be who you want to be. Thank you.